Hi, this is Gord from Canada Archery Online at CanadaArcheryOnline.com, and today we're filming from our new location, our new store. And what we want to talk about today is actually something that a lot of people ask us about, and how's the new, now we're going to call it the Griffin-X. There's going to be a name change later on, but we're going to call it Griffin-X because that's what we called it at the ATA show. But Win Win's going to be changing the name on this bow shortly. We don't know what the name of it is yet. Eventually it will be on our website, and also we'll be announcing it. So let's just call it the Griffin-X for now. This is the Griffin-X, which we got from the ATA show, compared against my last year's bow, which is the Atom X Pro. Okay, now both of them are 39 axle. Okay, I fit both these out with a blade rest and a CB sight. Now, right off the bat, now a lot of people already mentioned this last year, a couple other YouTube channels like Archery Supply. This bow, great bow. I shot great with this last year. The only unfortunate thing, it is slightly heavy. Some people like it, some people don't. So this new Griffin-X, considerably lighter. So we're going to weigh the two bows to give you the specs on that bow. And right now this bow weighs in with the sight and the arrow rest. So we have a Spot Hog arrow rest, blade arrow rest on there, and a CB sight with a scope. It weighs in about 6.6 pounds, roughly. Okay? The other bow comes in at, let me put this up here. Comes in at 6.3 pounds. So 0.3 pounds difference. Now, the new, we call it Griffin-X, has the new X supporter, which is a shoot-through design we mentioned about. Now, the great thing about this bow is that right off the bat, it's a lot lighter. Second thing as well is that they've included, now this is the roller guard. They've upgraded the roller guard since last year. They've taken away the rubber O-rings on the roller itself, made the wheels a little bit beefier. Okay, and it rides a little bit slightly nicer than the last one. But to tell you the truth, I never used these last year. I've always used one of the AE slippery glides. I find them to be a lot more forgiving, a lot more accurate. Now, the best thing about it is now these bows come with one of these in the box. Okay, so when you do get one of these bows from us, you'll have one of these as well inside the kit with the tools and everything else. It does not come with the longer Allen key anymore for your bow adjustments. It does not come with the extra set of strings. Those things don't come with it, but it still comes in a nice win-and-win case. Okay, so the main point of this video is that we're going to do is we're going to shoot the two bows. We're going to see how they sound. We're going to see how they feel. These are first impressions for both bows compared side to side to see if you're looking for something a little more different. Maybe you might consider the Atom X Pro, which is still a bow that's being made, or you might consider the Griffin-X. Okay? So first things first. Second thing as well is that, they upgraded the cams. These are now the AZ cams. So this new cam system, different numbering system. Right off the bat, I'll tell you right now, I've had this set at the longest draw length, which is number 5 on here. And it still feels a little bit short. Okay? You'll see in that video that I normally shoot a 29-inch draw. It does feel a little bit shorter than 29, even though it's supposed to be longer than 29. We're going to change that along the way. Our website's going to have the updated draw lengths for each bow once we figure out what those are when we measure on our draw board. All right, so first things up, we're going to shoot my last year's bow, 2018 Atom X Pro 39. And these are dialed down to about 50 pounds, okay? So I've shot this bow all the year last year, loved it. Okay, I'm gonna draw it in. Okay. Right off the bat, I know shooting this bow last year, it's a very, very, very stiff riser. It pretty much absorbed most of the vibration from the actual bow itself when you shoot it. It's very heavy riser, but it's very, very stiff riser. So The feedback is kind of like a rigid feel. Kind of reminds me of my old Conquest 4, where when you shoot it, the feedback's there in your hand. It's a positive feedback, so you know if you made a good shot or not. But there is some vibration in it, okay? So I'm gonna shoot a couple more arrows. The cam, this Easy 1 cam that I shot last year, or sorry, Easy 1 cam is very, very, very smooth. I shot this bow at 74 pounds last year, 300 spine arrow. I dialed it down for the comparison's sake, it's at 50 pounds right now, and it draws super, super smooth. I can draw this bow all day long. So overall feedback, very good. If you like that rigid feedback feel of a really solid riser, this is the way to go, okay? It's on the heavier side, but like I said, it's a very, very hard feeling bow with very soft cams. So the next bow I'm gonna put up against this one is gonna be the new Griffin, or let's just call it the Griffin. So just waiting for the arrows to come back. And we're gonna shoot these bows and see what this feels like. Hopefully you can get some of the audio in the background there. Thank you. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, so right away, this bow is gonna feel a little bit shorter. Now this is the maximum draw length set out right now for cam number 1. Now, first impression is right away, the bow, after you shot, a lot quieter. The X supporter does a really good job of absorbing all the vibration you get from the bow. The second thing too as well, what I find with this bow is that the cams, the new AZ cams, a little more aggressive. It is a little more aggressive than the old cams, but it's not that aggressive where you can't draw this bow back like a hunting bow or something like that. It's a really, really good target cam, I find. And like other people who review this bow, this holds like a dream. It absolutely holds like a dream. When you're at full anchor, and right now I've set at 80% let off, I can sit there and aim where I'm aiming at, and then it just fires right where I aim it, okay? It's not really sighted in right now. We just sighted in here just so we can make sure we hit the target here, but I can tell you right now, if I set this up for 18 meters and anchor, it's gonna hold like it's holding now. It just doesn't move at all. It's really good draw, very good anchor. Yeah, this just great bow. Win Win done a great job with this bow. The feedback on it is very subtle, very soft feeling. Kind of feels like you're sitting like in a couch, whereas the Atom X, you're kind of sitting in a race car. The overall feel of this bow and everything else, the cams, very good. The grip, now the grip is going to be very similar. They haven't changed very much about the grip. It's rounded off, okay? But what I find with this grip now, with this bow, when you palm in your hand and you draw the bow back, it doesn't want to feel like it's want to tilt back. It feels like it wants to go forward. It's hard to describe, but that's something I feel with this new grip. The profile of the grip and everything is still exactly the same. So with my old bow last year, I've actually built up that grip, so almost got like a high risk grip. This one I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to shoot this the way it is this year and see how it goes. Other than that, great improvement for the Griffin-X or whatever it's going to be called. Super excited to shoot this year. Gonna probably order one with a longer cam. Probably gonna go with the AZ2 cam. But other than that, this bow is fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to shoot out there. So this is Gord from Canada Archery and CanadaArcheryOnline.com, and we've just reviewed both these bows, the Atom X Pro 2018 model versus the Griffin-X in 2019 model. Okay, Thank you very much.